Hey guys, welcome back to the Bubbly Pets channel. I'm Isla. Today I'm going to be telling you guys how to properly care for a pigeon. Their cage. A lot of people like to use large dog crates, but I've gotten him a large cage that he can fly in. That is preferable since they are big birds and they do enjoy flying. Now for perches, you can buy them. Make sure they're pretty thick since pigeons have a hard time perching and their feet aren't shaped the same as parrots, so this is harder for them. So like the thickness that I have for my perches in there are like a good thickness for them. Those ones are like store-bought right there because they come with the metal thing they'll drill in. But if you can find wood from trees that are safe for birds outside and you can like sand them and peel the bark off of them, those can also be suitable as perches. This can be a future video that I can do for you guys to show you how I do that. Now for toys and accessories, some pigeons like them. Personally, mine's never even bothers to use them. I've even got a swing for him because I've heard that some pigeons like swings, but he barely likes to be on it. So it's up to your pigeon to know if it's a necessity or not. Now look up at the nest. Now you guys will want to get them a nest of some sort. They really do enjoy sitting in them and it brings out some more behavior that you normally wouldn't see in them. You guys can get one that looks more natural, or some pigeons will use like cardboard ones and that'll be fine. Mine did not like them, but he has very much taken a liking to this one. For water, you can just use a stainless steel bowl to keep it in. That's fine. You do want to provide them with access to water for bath when they feel like they need it, or you can spray them with a water bottle to make sure that they do get a bath. For their diet, so I do recommend, if you're going to leave big amounts of food so that you're not like, if you're not doing meal times with a set amount of food, I do recommend that you have a hooded feeder like the one I have. They are very messy. They like to fling their food everywhere and this wastes a lot of seeds. So this will help you guys save money and be less wasteful. The food that I feed my pigeon. Okay, so I use pigeon feed. It's a pigeon mix that's used for it, but you can use several other types of bird seed as long as it's not like large chunks that you see they can't swallow, since they swallow their seeds whole. So you can use wild bird seed, you can use parakeet seed. It's good to get a variety of them and mix them to make sure that they can get proper nutrition. Pigeons need grit, so you can find grit. The grit I use is a combination of chicken grit, which is like some granite stones, and this oyster shell grit, which has a bunch of other vitamins in it and minerals. For the bedding, you guys, also sorry for the mess guys, I haven't cleaned his cage yet, but so for the bedding, I use just sheets of paper, old paper that I have from school or whatever, and you can change them out once or twice a week, should be fine, though it depends how much they poop. Pigeons are very dusty, so they might shed feathers and dust on stuff, so you might want to do maintenance, clean, make sure. I'd recommend getting an air purifier. That would help with the air quality. So now you guys will want to, if you don't have a very large, like excessively, like much larger than my cage for your pigeon, that can be a flight one, you will want to let them out to free roam so that they can get exercise. So you should do this daily for a couple hours a day because they do love to fly and it's good for their heart and their health. For treats, pigeons, I've heard they like peanuts. You have to chop them up finely, make sure they're unsalted. Mine personally isn't really crazy for them. I've also heard safflower seeds are good. Some vegetables, depending on the hardness of the leaf or whatever, you might have to chop it up very finely. You can give them some nuts, fruit. Just gotta find what your pigeon likes. Though I do recommend, if you're gonna feed them some of that it's organic. Don't want anything that's pesticide heavy because that can harm them. Also, a note to that, don't give them chocolate, don't give them alcohol, don't give them avocado. Anything else should be fine. As always, thank you all for watching my video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get back to each of you guys.